Hello world, Baron here. 2017 has started, which also marks the start of Season 7 for League of Legends. Like clockwork, a new season means new changes. This time is really special though because I'm much happier to see these ones in particular, but probably not for reasons people would guess. This video isn't about in-depth analysis of Season 7, just a heads up. Here's some of the main changes. Masteries and items. That happens every season, so it's not an interesting topic. The Assassin's rework. Conceptually interesting, but I have nothing else to say. No, I'm not discussing those. Too complicated for a 4-minute video to cover. Instead, I'll be talking about these. Ranked. Riot added a new queuing system in early 2016 which takes anywhere from 1 to 5 players called Dynamic Queue. They worked on re-adding solo queue, time passed and it never came, eventually Riot cancelled it. End of 2016, during the announcement for Season 7, Riot decided to re-add solo queue, for reals this time. Change Dynamic Queue into something called a Flex Queue, which is like ranked teams, sorta. And lastly said, if this negatively affects the game, Flex will be reverted back to a 5-man queue. The beta client. Okay, so technically not a Season 7 change, but it was done at the end of the season, so I'm including it. After numerous updates to the old client, Riot decided it was time to create a new one, which the beta went live before the preseason. Honestly, I thought Riot would never entertain the idea of making a new client. Replays. Probably one of the oldest requests that never saw the light of day. Riot said they would implement them around launch time, and kept pushing them until 2015 where they said it wasn't a priority anymore. Similar story though, before the end of Season 6 they announced that they changed their minds and replays will be released alongside the beta client. I'm starting to see a pattern here. Practice tool. A more recent idea that was shot down, a type of practice mode, which the community referred to as a sandbox. Riot wasn't into the idea, saying that playing the game should be the best way to improve. Which is true, but some skills do need solo time, and the alternative can take a while. Fast forward a year later to the end of Season 6, a post was made about a practice tool, and that they may have been too hasty to dismiss the idea. Runes. Yeah, there are no announced changes, and odds are Riot won't alter them during the new season, but they did acknowledge there is a problem and the desire to change them, so this gets an honorable mention. If you got this far, there might be some questions to answer. You're saying the same thing over and over again. What does this have to do with anything? Well, Riot surprised me. What makes me happy is Riot is admitting fault, to some extent. Riot tends to keep going forward on their ideas regardless of the outcome. There are some exceptions, but mostly they try to fix or nix content. That which gets removed usually vanishes without a word. Anyone remember when Team Builder left? Riot released X thing so late, shouldn't they have done it sooner? I can agree with this to a point. Should some of these features have been implemented sooner? I'd say yes, but it's also pointless to be mad about that. That's just anger for the sake of being angry. And if a mistake is made, at least it's in the game for them to fix. Better to publish something and get it wrong than to not at all. Side note, I've also heard the opposite response. Riot is delivering on all these old promises and soon there won't be anything left to complain about. I don't mean to be a downer, but trust me, there's always going to be a reason for someone to complain. Didn't you forget to include the changes to the jungle? Funny that should come up. Remember that last part where there's always going to be something that people complain about? That's one.